A forced marriage is where one or both people do not, or cannot, agree to the marriage. Forced marriages can happen to anyone from any background and nationality, and can affect both males and females. It doesn't only happen to young people, it can happen to adults too. It's different from an arranged marriage where there's a choice and both people agree to it. Forced marriage is often linked to honor-based abuse, although this isn't always the case. Forced marriage and the law. It's illegal in the UK to force someone to marry. This includes taking someone abroad to force them to marry, even if the forced marriage doesn't take place. Marrying someone who can't consent to the marriage. You have the right to choose who you marry, when you marry, or whether you want to get married or not, being forced to marry. Your parents or family may be forcing you to marry because they think it's best for you. Some families may see forced marriage as part of their religion or culture. They might be putting pressure on you in the following ways: physical abuse, threats, physical and sexual violence, emotional and psychological abuse, making you feel like you're disgracing your family. Financial abuse, having your wages taken away or withholding money. If you've already been forced into a marriage, this abuse might still be happening. Forced marriage warning signs. Forced marriage could be happening to someone you know. Some signs that someone could soon be, or is already, a victim of forced marriage: running away from home, self-harming or attempted suicide, depression or becoming worried or withdrawn, poor performance at work, school, or college, or unexplained absence, surprise engagement to a stranger you've not heard of before. A sudden holiday. Some people are tricked into going abroad for a holiday or to see relatives. No control over their own money. Not returning from a visit to another country. Common psychological effects of forced marriage are feelings of depressed mood, irritability, low self-esteem, rage and frustration, sleep problems, difficulty in forming relationships, and difficulty trusting others. Around the world, an estimated 10 million girls are married every year before they reach the age of 18. In the last decade, child, early, and forced marriage (CEFM) has affected approximately 58 million girls, many of whom were married against their will and in violation of international laws and conventions. Forced marriage was found in immigrant communities from 56 different countries, and practiced by people of different faiths, including Muslims, Christians, Hindus, and Buddhists. In some U.S. states, forced marriage is a crime, and in all U.S. states, people who force someone to marry may be charged with violating state laws, including those against domestic violence, child abuse, rape, assault, kidnapping, threats of violence, stalking, or coercion. Legal things you can do if you are facing forced marriage: a complaint can be filed with the women's cell of local police in the city where the person resides. A written complaint with your details about the person who is forcefully making you get married along with place and date. Help is available. Speak with someone today. National Human Trafficking Hotline. Languages: English, Spanish. Hours: 24 hours, 7 days a week. Call 888-373-7888 or text info to 233-733. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Scorpio I Am Her.